So just very quickly, what does the Secretary of State do in Minnesota? The office oversees elections so that when you vote for someone, as marvelous as our congressional candidate may, you can feel confident that that vote counted, that someone didn't cancel your vote out with fraud. The other thing that the office does is business services. And one of the things that May and I have talked about is how entrepreneurial, not just among people, but the people of Minnesota are. But it's important to have your paperwork done, right? To have your businesses properly incorporated so that all those 87,000 new IRS agents, when they come knocking, you have your paperwork all set. And no one can disturb your business or your prosperity. So, that aside, I want to tell you a story very quickly. So I was born in Minnesota in 1960, and my parents didn't favor television, but it would be on when my mother was making dinner at night in the kitchen. So what did I grow up with on the television, do you think, in the 1960s? It was the war in Vietnam. It was the first war in America that you could see on the television. And there was a great deal of unrest in the United States over whether or not we should be in Vietnam. But we were there. And ultimately formed an extraordinary friendship and partnership with the Hmong people. I don't know that if our fight against communism would have succeeded without the Hmong people. And that extended to an extraordinary friendship here in Minnesota. I remember as the Hmong people began to arrive, one of the first campaigns that I worked on was Senator Rudy Boschwitz in the 1970s when I was in high school and then later in college. And I didn't realize his special relationship to you. But everyone was excited because we knew we had a special relationship. One of the times I've spoken to you recently, I talked about the great sacrifice that the Hmong people made to help us be free here in the United States, but also around the world, to fight the scourge of communism, because it is dark, and it is cruel, and it will crush us. So where are we now in the United States in 2022? As one of your daughters has offered to go fight for you in Congress. Well, we're in Minnesota, which has become a left-wing haven for people who are openly Marxists. How did this happen? How did this happen? The city I was born into, Minneapolis, is unrecognizable. It doesn't look anything like the city I grew up in or attended college in. So at the end of the day, folks, we're all Americans, whether we are Hmong, Karen, Somali, Norwegian, whatever we might be, we're Americans and we're in trouble. So once again, I will ask the Hmong people for the state of Minnesota to come to our rescue, with your knowledge of family, faith, and your commitment to freedom. It's different from when we fought together in a war, I hope. Right now, it's civil, and we have enormous differences with our neighbors. But what I'm asking you to do is get behind this candidate and other great candidates who understand the challenge that is before us. Because if we do not succeed, we will not be free, we will not be prosperous, and we will not be free to practice our faith. And that is what is coming, folks. So here we go again, holding hands, fighting for freedom, fighting for the right to be Americans. And let's start on November 8th by supporting May. She has everything it takes. She is an educator, she is a businesswoman, and she knows how to build the kind of relationships that will get things done for us in Washington. So I'm thrilled to be here tonight. Thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. With love.
Bữa nay hiện trong xe cần cầu hay tiền mà nó bê sẽ là tua trâu hồ lô tổ chức nó trong cần cầu. Chú sáng còn được hiện trong bê hay tiền họ chẳng chén do hậu lượng tờ Secretary of State nhờ của đại chỉ. Ở nhà thì chẳng chén ý nhờ sai xuân tờ kế sai cha có xua tu nên qua nhờ sẵn sàng bom bát nhà bê mua tờ kế cả xuyên lưu hay tiền bê bỏ yếu chỉ muốn được từ yếu cho tàu bê để nó cho cái bom bán tờ một trò tụ này của bê bỏ mà nếu nó thế hậu được nếu nó sai xuân lên tờ có tên nó chuẩn chế kia có chẳng chẳng có thì ở tua thế hậu được chẳng chẳng tờ Secretary of State mà nó sai xuân tờ tê làm lùa nhớ trò lưu sáng Minnesota nó có tên tông tờ của cho sẽ được uo là uo lùa có thử tông trở đi nó cho chạy chỉ ta lên đó nếu bỏ tao lời thì bê hãy nên mong cu mua cho là lùa tàu cần cầu kia giờ ít họ chẳng chăng mà như là nếu cu yêu tàu qua nó xong ít chỉ cho qua trong chậu tàu đó nếu cu tàu bỏ để nó cho cho nó là tê nếu như bỏ tàu cái thời cho nó tê chờ nào nếu cu chẳng tàu là thì giờ chỉ mua bê mong tàu su để nó trồng để nó lò lia nó giờ là lia cho nó sát tí tê rồi cho quan nó community chân yếu dân lo chắc hoàn toàn để chỉ lúc chơi ta chỉ nó theo lúc weekend ta chỉ nó bé họ chỉ cho được hoàn toàn là để chỉ nếu bỏ tao là thì bé nhau trong lúc tây chân mì cả thì bé lúc sáng bên là sầu ta nó là bé lúc tây chân mì cả nó thì nhau trong city plau chế này lo cho bé cho kinh doanh thì rồi cho cái hoàn thiện cái yêu thương bé ta tỏ một tay mình trong hoàn nó mà giờ nên nó có bé mua hũ bé sẽ là có bé còn tệ xa mê Lor Xiong một tổ chức đó còn người chủ tổ su chua lúc chua mò còn make sure thì có bé chế này nó cá nhau rồng nó cá hậu hũ có bé gen cái gen rồi bé nhớ là sản là từ nó có bé cho xe ta chỉ ta lên đó là có bé mua để nó freedom cái thời gian nhau trong đời bé tây rồi giờ nó thon sẽ được thâu nữa trong lúc của ý thì nó và chồng